Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, September the 7th. The time right now in Singapore is 12:42 in the afternoon. Now, overnight, we have quite a bit of a movement in equity market as well as in currency markets, largely on the back of the services PMI release. Market was expecting something like 52.5, which is a good number, by the way, but the number came out a lot better at 54.5. So these 2 points difference actually make quite a bit of a difference. And we can see that the equity market continues to edge lower, largely because the market feels that services sector is coming back in a big way, and that could be inflationary. So that could also prompt the Federal Reserve to hike interest rate. That was the thinking, or at least what market analysts has been thinking about it. And we can see that the Dow Jones Industrial Average actually went down to 34,321 in the micro E-mini futures contract. And right now we have hit a barrier in which I think the market may be supported going forward, at least for the short term. I have an area here between 34,062 to 34,329. Which is where I think the market may actually see some kind of support. So if the market dip into this bracket again, there could be a buying opportunity, at least for the short term. Overhead, we probably will see some kind of resistance, probably around the 34,806 to 35,026. So do look out for any kind of bounce going into the remaining of the week itself. Now, there is no more major statistic that will be released from now until the end of the week itself. So the market may actually correct. And in the S&P 500, we saw the S&P 500 finally decided to come off to a low of 4,446 and 3/4 overnight. And this is nowhere near where it needs to be. I think the market may drift a little bit lower to 4,414 and a half to 4,424 and 3/4, which is going to be the nearby support. I think this is where the buying interest may actually re-emerge. Upside, the market will be kept, at least for now, at 4,534 and a quarter to 4,560 and 3/4. So between these two bracket of prices, do expect price to first dip before we can find some kind of a bounce. And over in the Nasdaq is still very, very firm, although there is nothing to say that it cannot drop. Market low yesterday night was 15,310 and a half. So from now all the way to the next barrier, in which I think the buying interest may re-emerge, is 15,052 and a half. So we kind of see quite a bit of a drop here potentially, and upside the market is capped at 15,534 and 3/4 to 15,661 and a quarter. So between these two brackets, I think the market is likely to fall first before we find any kind of support. And over in Asia, the Hang Seng is basically doing nothing. The market is basically going sideways, although we have a bit of a rush towards the high at the beginning of the week at 18,896. But by and large, the market has no real incentive to go either way. Market currently is supported between the 18,104 to 18,000, 18,000, hang on, 18,340, 318 level. Okay, so right now the market seems to have some kind of support. Upside potential target is 19,258 to 19,517 at most. And over in the Nikkei, Nikkei has a marginal high this morning at 33,330, and this is within the bracket of prices which actually may cause selling interest to re-emerge. The high level here is 33,260 to 33,470. I do believe market will come off from where we are right now, because this seems to be a move that failed to go even higher. And at the bottom, the nearby support is probably around 32,610 to 32,760. And let me see what else is available. We can see dollar index. Dollar index remains very, very well bid, and the market right now is at 105.01 at the high this morning. And we can see that this price is within this bracket of prices may actually come into resistance, and the level is 104.85 to 105.48. So between these two levels and the high in March this year is 105.87. So I think this all in combination will act as a resistance to higher prices. So do look out for a move to the downside, potentially targeting somewhere around 102.85. Okay. And in euro dollar, I think we are about to see a reversal coming up very, very soon. The low this morning is 107.02, and this is within the bracket of prices, which I think may come into a situation in which the buyer may re-emerge. Possibly another 50 pips to the downside. I think that's about all you can do. I have a target around 106.62 to 106.89. I think buying interest may actually re-emerge from this bracket of prices, and we shall see what happens. The nearby resistance is probably going to be around 1.0783 to a high of 108.09. So between these two brackets, I think the market will first drop before it bounces. Okay, and over in sterling, same thing. I think the low this yesterday was 124.81. And I think the downside potential is for a move towards the 123.44 to as low as 122.74 before we kind of see some kind of durable support. So in the meantime, I'm still a little bit bearish on the sterling going forward. And in the Aussie dollars, Aussie is still scraping the bottom, but I think a low is going to be very, very soon. I think the low will probably be somewhere around 0.6272 to 0.6336. So from where we are right now, the market doesn't have a lot of room to the downside. If you have not already short, do not sell at current levels. In fact, the buying opportunity may actually re-emerge to be a better choice. Okay, so do look out for a bottom around 0.6270 to 0.6340 levels. Dollar yen remains very, very well bid, and you can see the high 147.87 this morning, and this is the highest we have seen dollar yen traded so far, and this is where it gets really hairy. Now this morning we get another Japanese official warning that to one of speculators in the currency markets not to take the dollar yen much lower, much higher. And I think topside, if the market do trade into 148.25 and 149.70, I think that is where the danger period, the danger area lies. Do not try to take this market into this bracket of prices. If it does, look out for a reversal going forward. Dollar Canadian also remains very well bid. However, there is no risk of intervention as far as the dollar Canadian is concerned. But we are right now just above the April high of 136.70 levels, and we have a marginal high of 136.76. And we will have to see whether the market can actually sustain beyond this level. I think the market may actually come off rather than go higher. Okay, and over in precious metals, we can see that finally the strong dollar has caused precious metal to actually unravel. We have a low this morning at 1,914.80, and I think the tendency seems to be market may actually go a little bit lower. I think it has a potential to go and test the 1900 level to as low as 1,885 levels. Okay, so continued losses in precious metal is likely to be the case. Even if we do get a bounce, I think the bounce will be controlled within 1,924 to 1,929 levels. Okay, and if over in the silver market, silver is currently trading at $23, and there is going to be nearby support at about $22.60 to $22.86. So there is not much meat here. So look for a buying opportunity instead. Upside resistance probably around $23.48 to $23.60. And over in Bitcoin, I think the market is not in Bitcoin. The market is basically doing very little. Although right now the market is holding very well within this bracket of prices between 25,230 to 25,673 levels. So there is some kind of nearby support here. Topside resistance is likely to be about 27,874 to 28,254 levels. So between these two levels, if the market do dip, the next level to buy will be at 23,923 to 24,640. So again, do not rule out the possibility of another dip because the June low is very, very nearby at 24,840. So that may cause speculators to go and look for hunt for stops below the June low. So do watch out for another possible one more dip to take out the 24,840 levels and then see if we can get a sharp rebound from there onwards. This is all I have for you for today. In the meantime, you take care. I'll come back to you tomorrow with another update. Bye-bye.